Twins Zoya and Zayan found an old map in their attic. One moonlit night, they followed it into the whispering woods. The trees murmured secrets, guiding them to a hidden glade where a glowing stone pulsed with light. Zoya touched it. Zayan vanished. "Find me." His voice echoed her mind. The adventure had just begun. Want it to be spooky, funny, or fantasy style next time?
Zoya and her papa's sweet morning routine. The soft morning sun peeked into the room. 3-year-old Zoya woke up, rubbed her eyes, and crawled into her papa's lap. "Papa, can I get a teddy-style good morning?" Papa smiled and said, "Good morning, my little doll." They gave each other a warm cuddle, starting the day with love. Zoya loves her papa's bus driver uniform. When Papa put on his bus driver uniform, Zoya clapped her hands and said, "Wow, Papa, you look like a hero." Papa laughed. "Not a hero, Zoya's super papa." Zoya would beg to wear his cap, giggle at her reflection, and twirl around proudly. Zoya saying goodbye when Papa leaves for work. As Papa got ready to leave with the bus, Zoya stood at the door with her tiny hands waving. "Papa, come back soon, I'll be waiting." He hugged her tightly and said, "Of course, my love, we'll eat ice cream when I return." She kept waving until the big yellow bus disappeared from sight. Papa returns from work and meets Zoya again. In the evening, the sound of the bus made Zoya run to the gate. "Papa's back! Papa's back!" Papa scooped her up in his arms and she kissed his cheek, saying, "You are the best papa in the world." He smiled, "And you're my most special little girl." Papa tells Zoya a bedtime story. At night, Zoya snuggled into Papa's lap with her blanket. "Papa, tell me the bus driver story again." Papa smiled and began, telling a tale about a kind bus driver and his tiny princess, just like Zoya. Zoya and her papa's world was simple and small, but filled with love. Every day they reminded each other how special they were. एक sunny morning, 4 साल का ज़यान एक छोटी सी बिल्ली के बच्चे को एक झाड़ी के नीचे रो रहे देखता है। बिल्ली बहुत छोटी, मुलायम और डर हुई थी। ज़ायन ने उससे धीरे से उठाया और कहा, "चिंता मत करो, तुम अब सेफ हो।" उसने उसका नाम मिमी रखा और यूं से गर्म दूध दिया। उस दिन के बाद ज़यान और मिमी अच्छे दोस्त बन गए। हर दिन खेलते, सोचते और गार्डन में एक्सप्लोर करते। हवा भारी रात थी और जोया और ज़यान अपने ट्री हाउस में खेल रहे थे। तभी एक हल्की सी आवाज आई, "बू।" ज़यान ने धीरे से कहा, "ये किसने कहा?" एक छोटा सा भूत अंदर आया, लेकिन वो मुस्कुरा रहा था। भूत बोला, "दारो माट, मैं सिर्फ खेलने आया हूं।" फिर तीनों ने तारों के बीच छुपा छुपाई खेली, चन्नी की किरणों पर राइड ली और बादलों से तकिया फाइट भी की। जब सुबह हुई, भूत ने हाथ हिलाकर बाय बोला, "नेक्स्ट फुल मून पर मिलते हैं।" वो हंसी से बोला। जोया और जायन मुस्कुरा दिए। बेस्ट नाइट एवर। जोया और जायान दोनों 4 साल के छोटे बच्चे मैचिंग एप्रन्स पहने किचन में खड़े थे। उन्होंने एक बड़े बोल में केक का बैटर मिलाया, हंसते हुए और थोड़ा सा बैटर अपने चेहरे पर भी लगा लिया। उनका छोटा सा फ्लफी किटन मफिन काउंटर पर बैठा सब कुछ देख रहा था। जायन से एक चामच गिर गया और मफिन तुरंत नीचे कूद के उस पर जंप किया। जोया ने केक में प्यारे से रेनबो स्प्रिंकल्स डाले। किचन में मीठा मीठा केक का स्मेल फैल गया। तीनों, जोया, जायन और मफिन, ओवन के सामने बैठकर केक्स उठते हुए देख रहे थे, आंखों में एक्साइटमेंट और चेहरे पर मुस्कान के साथ। It was nearly midnight when Maya heard a soft knock on the door. She hesitated. No one ever visited this late, especially not in her quiet village. Wrapping a shawl around her shoulders, she tiptoed to the door and peered through the peephole. No one was there. Another knock, this time louder. She opened the door slowly, heart thudding. A small child stood on the doorstep, barefoot and holding a stuffed rabbit. His eyes were wide and unblinking. "Are you lost?" Maya asked gently. The boy didn't answer. Instead, he walked past her into the house and sat on the floor. Confused but concerned, Maya closed the door and offered him some warm milk. As she returned from the kitchen, she found the boy gone. But the rabbit was still there, sitting upright on her couch. The next morning, she told her neighbor, who paled. "Maya, a boy who looked just like that vanished from this village 10 years ago, on this very night." Maya looked back at the rabbit, now resting beside her teacup. It blinked. Once there was a big, fat, lazy cat named Tuffy. One day, he decided to ride a tiny cycle to the market, wobbling left and right, meowing in panic. People laughed. Halfway there, pop! The tire burst. Tuffy flew into a fruit cart, ruining his dream of buying fish. Lying there, covered in bananas and shame, he looked at the camera and said, "Don't be like me. And please, subscribe."
Zoya and Zayan skip into a colorful ice cream shop, eyes wide with excitement. "Zoya, I want strawberry." "Zayan, chocolate for me." A fluffy pussycat wearing tiny sunglasses pops up behind the counter. "Cat, meow, marvelous choice. Ice cream coming right up." The cat spins, scoops the ice cream with a flip, and hands it over with a wink. "Zayan, best ice cream ever." "Zoya, and the coolest cat." They all laugh, as sprinkles fall like confetti. Zoya and Zayan, "Thank you, Mr. Meow." And that's the tale of Zoya, Zayan, and the magic ice cream shop. Zayan, waving. Don't forget to like and, Zoya, subscribe for more yummy fun.
Zoya and Zayan, the 4-year-old twins, woke up early, put on their tiny boots, and ran to their backyard farm. Today was Strawberry Day. With little baskets in hand, they searched under the green leaves, giggling every time they found a red, juicy berry. Zayan picked one and popped it in his mouth. Yum! Zoya carefully saved hers for Mama. By the end, their faces were red with strawberry juice, and their hearts full of joy. "We love farming. Please subscribe," they cheered with big smiles.
Zoya and Zayan were playing in the garden when they found a magical glowing rock. "Let's show our cousins," said Zayan. Together, they touched the rock, and poof, they were in Candyland. Giggling, they slid down jelly bean hills and rode marshmallow unicorns. But just as they were about to eat the biggest chocolate fountain ever, the rock glowed again. Back home, they all shouted, "That was awesome. Please subscribe."
Twins Zoya and Zayan found an old map in their attic. One moonlit night, they followed it into the whispering woods. The trees murmured secrets, guiding them to a hidden glade where a glowing stone pulsed with light. Zoya touched it. Zayan vanished. "Find me." His voice echoed in her mind. The adventure had just begun. Want it to be spooky, funny, or fantasy style next time?